Hola, mis amigos. Bienvenido a la referencia de la película, aka the movie reference. This is episode 28.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, wait.
Wrong one.
Wrong one. I don't think I have the Thank you, studio audience. Thank you, studio. It's so many. It's at least 15 people there.
All of our listeners.
For everyone listening, the movie reference is filmed in front of the live studio audience.
They loved it.
Disclaimers at the end.
Oh my God, I thought it was hilarious.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the co-host, the mostest, the big host, Brittany Denny.
That's me.
We got the amazing and talented Lisette Denny. And then we got the wonderful, always savvy, tech savvy gentleman himself, Nathan Wynn. Why are there kid sounds? Why is it kid sounds?
Is there another option?
No, that's the only option it gives me. Okay. Commentate through. Okay, let's get on
That's
the show.
what they sounded like when we did our detective series.
Ah, dang.
Harsh one.
Woo, that one felt like a Brazilian wax.
Hey, worth it.
Clean and clear and out of control.
What is that from? Proactive?
Yeah, I think so.
It's for a Proactive commercial.
I used to have to do Proactive.
Me
Do you do Proactive or do
You do it.
use?
Nathan, have you ever got a pimple in your life? Like more than one?
You want to see it?
What?
Do you want to see it?
Like give a picture of it?
I think he's meaning that he's gonna skin
I'm
down
talking
to a
about your
skinny.
face.
What was he talking about?
That's called genital warts, Nathan.
Oh my God. The cat's out of the bag.
Just kidding. Oh my goodness.
He went to
guys.
A&M, so anything goes.
Defend yourself, Nathan.
There was nothing else to do in College Station.
What did he say?
At least he doesn't use Apple.
True.
Wow, this show was over before it started, huh?
I know. Nathan's had a few drinks. Don't listen to him. Don't pay no mind to him, guys.
He is in love with an Apple user, so
What are you gonna do, Jack?
what you gonna do?
We decided to do a drunk podcast, everybody.
Okay, but let's be
But
clear.
Margaret hasn't caught up.
Yeah, let's be clear. There's only 2 drunk people
So
here.
really, I'm ahead.
Nathan's ahead.
He's
I'm
winning.
getting there.
You're getting there?
Yeah, because
You literally took 2 sips.
You know, I give myself a 2 out of 5 right now on the scale.
2 out of 5.
I want to ask you guys, what's your most drunk story?
Oh God.
No.
That would be
Mark
so much
Anthony.
fun.
Mark Anthony and I were just talking about this the other day.
Really?
No.
I would love to hear it because I've never seen you guys hammered. I've seen you guys tipsy, but not off the walls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was our first date.
There's only one. Yeah.
Hey.
Lisette is the only person that's ever gotten me so toasted.
How'd you get home? Taxi or what?
We don't even know.
Oh
we
my
do.
God.
I
know.
remember everything. Okay. So we were actually in Houston. And we were
No
2 years
invite?
ago. 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day.
Where was the invitation, honey?
Oh, it was a night. No, it was the day after I met you. The day before I met you.
Oh,
Right? Was
I
it the day
see.
before?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And so we were staying downtown, and we decided to go hit up, the streets of H-Town, and we went to a bar.
We went to the Tiki Bar.
Yeah, that was the first place we went to, is the Tiki Bar.
The tiki bar is really fun.
It's fun, especially when they, smoking cinnamon sticks inside your drink.
With mezcal.
You gotta light everything on fire.
If
That
it ain't
makes
on
drinking
fire,
work.
sorry, I talked over you.
It's okay.
Yeah, so we started
and then
there.
Where did we go after that?
We started there and we had fun. We took a whole bunch of pictures and wonderful memories there. We went to another bar after that. I don't remember what it was called though.
It's on the other side of the Tiki Bar, so like behind it. It's the street behind it where the train goes by.
Yeah, the little tram. You know what's next to it is that garden, that
Secret Garden.
The Secret Garden. It's like 2 away from there.
Mm.
And it used to we went again. They took away all the mirrors, but it used to have mirrors along the wall. So when you guys are looking it up, aren't you?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay.
We never been to a tiki bar. We've only been to Lay Low.
Yeah.
We should take you guys to Lay Low. That place is nuts.
Lay Low. Where's that at?
It's, I don't know, but I'm not sure which bar you guys are talking about, but I know the general area.
So yeah, we went in there and Lisette was ordering Crown and Coke. Crown and Coke.
What a fancy lady.
Fancy lady. And we ended up, oh my gosh, I don't know how many times she went up there. 4 to 5 of those bad boys, right?
I don't remember. And then we took shots. It's by Bovine and Barley. It's on Main Street. Between Main and Preston. Somewhere around there. By the district market.
Dang.
Did you go to Tiki Taco?
No.
No.
But yeah, we got a lot of drinks and shots.
Yeah. And it was fun, you were dancing, and I was still nervous to dance around you. So
it was Valentine's Day. Mark Anthony, the time that you need to give details, you don't give any.
Your
details.
first date was on Valentine's Day?
Our first
official date.
Official date
was on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Was on Valentine's Day. We went to a concert. We went to go see Aventura. And then from there, we went bar hopping, I guess. So, yeah.
And then you guys just were blacked out or what?
No. We weren't blacked out, but it was enough to make things blurry. And we were drunk enough to the point where I had my first offense.
You weren't blacked out, but you don't know how you got home.
First offense? Did you pee in public?
I puked in public.
Ever?
First time ever, puked all over the sidewalk. And Brittany, you know how I throw up. It's
it's violent.
Yeah.
It is disgusting.
It was like
it's like an exorcism when he throws up.
Yes. Like venom was coming out of him.
Dang.
The most violent thing ever.
I don't remember leaving the bar. I remember we were walking to find an Uber, and then Mark Anthony got sick, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" Like, I just remember, like, was I saying, "Babe, are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's just like,
Wow.
He's probably puking and crying. If he's anything like me.
I do remember saying, I'm okay.
and people were walking by.
How come when you puke, you always do it in public, Mark Anthony?
We can tell that story next.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
There
so
was
that
a
happened.
time when I tried, like, my goal was to make Mark Anthony throw up. Like one time I knew we ate so much, I knew it. So we were like in the living room playing, and I like jumped on his stomach to make him throw up. It was so mean.
Did he?
He threw up. I got in trouble. Look at Maria's face.
That's when we were kids.
Yeah, but it was good times.
Yeah. Good
Maybe we can
times.
recreate it.
Yeah, we can do it again here.
No, see, when you talk about people jumping on my stomach, it just brings up other traumas.
What happened?
We gotta finish one story first.
Oh, sorry.
It's still not the end. So okay, so I throw up and everything, and then Lisette and I are waiting, and I'm like, I'm dizzy. Like this
Well,
is the first time I've ever been drunk. Lisette already called an Uber. We're waiting for the Uber.
But we had to
First
walk
time.
like to the other street to get the Uber. Like it wasn't gonna pick us up on Capitol.
Yeah. So when we get over to the other side,
I think so.
which is like a smoking thing, I remember like a smoking dog place. Lisette thinks she sees the Uber and she walks over to it and she opens the door. There's a person sitting in the car, but where she got in or where she was trying to get in, there was a car seat, and I was like, "That's not the Uber.
The
not
person
even what
didn't
we're
say
supposed to-
anything.
That's not even what we're supposed to look for." No, the guy just looked at us, and I said, "No, I'm so sorry, and I closed the door. It was embarrassing.
I don't remember that.
You guys almost got kidnapped.
Lisette almost made us get kidnapped.
Not sure.
So then we found our Uber, and then we went back to the hotel. I was a little bit better since I threw up, so
That helps a lot.
but I also slept in the bathroom on the floor.
That's honestly the best way to do things.
It felt nice.
At night, the cold like helps so much.
What? Nathan was gonna say something? Oh, okay.
No.
He's just trying to get closer to the mic.
Okay. Get closer to the mic.
Get closer to the mic.
Oh gosh. So many. Is this gonna be an embarrassing Mark story?
So
night?
wait, you said this was the first time you've been drunk?
At 30.
This is my first time being super drunk. Like throwing up to the point of throwing up.
At 30 years old?
That's pretty impressive.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Well, because I also, we have an English stepdad, who believes in some stuff, some rights from England, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
the
his
drinking
style has
age-
worked.
The drinking age is younger, right? And over there.
He trained us young.
So he would give me little sips here and there as I was growing up to eventually getting a full bottle of beer. But the thing was like it didn't make me, quench for it or you know what I mean? Like whenever I was presented to an opportunity to drink, it never made me go, "Oh yeah, I can't wait," because I already got it almost every other Friday in little bits, right? Eventually to a bottle when I was closer to drinking age. So by the time, I was in my 20s and going to like house parties and stuff, it wasn't one of those things where I was like, "Oh yeah, let me have a shot, do this, that, and the other." So I never got super drunk
So
before.
And
Mark Anthony is a case study on why that method is good.
Yeah. And I couldn't imagine, because you were doing beer. I could never imagine myself being like, "Oh, you know what? I would love 10 of these." Like beer is so gross to me. Like I would never get drunk on beer. Like that would just make me feel so sick.
Well, yeah, and then when I was able to drink, I switched to Guinness. So in my early 20s, I was drinking strong stuff. I was really into Guinness for a while in Boddington's until I switched back to lighter stuff. But yeah, so I had a strong palate when I was in my 20s.
You actually liked it?
Yes, I loved, especially Boddington's. Boddington's was like my favorite one to drink when I was 21.
Have you ever had that, babe?
Nope.
Listen, have you ever had that?
Nope.
I still remember one day, they actually put it in the stores, and I actually told a friend, I said, I love Boddington's, and whenever I go to Line in the Rose, I get Boddington's. And she was like, "Oh, they have it at the store. I'm gonna get some and try it." And she thought it was the most disgusting beer she's ever had.
I don't think I've ever
Mark
even
Anthony does
heard
have
of
a weird
it.
palate. Like he likes ramen with no soup. So I wouldn't trust anything he says.
Whatever, man. Tell us about a time you were super drunk.
Oh
and
my god.
Threw up.
Let Nathan go first.
So I think it was probably, was it our first date as well? No, it was graduation. No?
You getting really drunk?
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah.
Or was it a time where you fell asleep on the floor and I had to help you take your boots off?
Or that.
There's a lot of times where you've been blackout drunk with me, so I don't know which one you're talking about. I want Nathan to recall his most drunk moment because I feel like
Well, how
the
can I
whole time we
recall
were
it if you were blacked
dating,
out?
you were blacked out. I
Yeah,
wasn't blacked
yeah,
out.
How can I recall it if I were blacked out?
Okay,
Ah.
here's my list for Nathan.
Okay.
So in the beginning, he was like in his bodybuilding stuff. So he was just doing vodka and water. Don't worry, I have my vodka and water. So he'd have so many of those because those are cheap because it's, water. So he's drinking a bunch of those. And
Actually, it was vodka, water, and lime.
oh, sorry, a splash of lime.
He has taste.
There's like two calories max. So I remember I don't know, Nathan, even when he's drunk, he's still like the most responsible person. So somehow he calls an Uber or gets an Uber through his app. But as soon as we get into the Uber, he's knocking out, like he's passing out on my shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's me.
And then the Uber gets us to this is when he lived with Jesse. And it gets us to the house. And Nathan, as soon as he walks through the door, he just throws himself on the floor. And then I was like, I just did my thing. I went to the bathroom and all this. I was like, are you okay? Are you be okay? And he's passed out in all his clothes. And I was like, should I just leave him on the floor? I left him on the floor and I slept in the bed. And then I was like, a little bit later, I was like, I feel bad. So I was like, do you want to take your shoes off and get comfortable? He was knocked out. Like he doesn't know anything. He woke up in the morning. He had no idea what happened. Oh snap! We got more drunk another time. The one where we had the party in Jesse's house.
That's the one time I was talking about.
Oh my god!
And then other people had to tell us what happened.
Yeah, we were that drunk where people had to tell us what happened.
Isn't that the worst though? Like,
yeah, it's so
hearing stories
awkward
from someone else.
Oh my god. It was Divya's graduation, and we decided to take the party back to Jesse's house. Poor Jesse. And we were drinking a lot. I remember someone that was with us broke Jesse's painting off the wall. Oh my god. Nathan and I were twerking apparently on each other. And at some point Nathan just disappears and I don't realize until Divya and them made me go find him, and they pushed me down the stairs because I can't get my balance. Oh my god. And we woke up the next day. We have no idea what happened. Everyone was gone. They all left us.
Did you find Nathan?
Huh?
Did you find Nathan?
He was in the room, but he was like passed out like on the bed. So we woke up. We have no idea what happened until Divya had to tell us because they all left because they were tired of our of our bullshit. We were wasted. And that's back when mom wanted me to come home at nights. So when I woke up in the morning, I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. I was too drunk to come home.
Wow.
We used to get blackout drunk a lot.
You know how we like to drink White Russians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be White Russians without the milk. So
Yeah.
Black Russians.
So just
Super, super strong. Nathan was always trying to get me smashed.
Isn't it in the movie Nobody? When he runs into one of the Russians, he goes, "Oh, I never met a black Russian before."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. When you said that, Nathan, it triggered a movie reference. So
The movie
sorry.
Nobody.
Which one's that?
We was looking for the little bracelet for the kitty.
The Hello Kitty one.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Every
Good
day
job.
is like basically the same. And him and his wife have distanced themselves, and then you
And he
find
ends
out
up being
that he was
a killer.
yeah, like a trained killer. Like it was badass.
Oh, we watched it recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god! I swear to
Yeah.
God,
That movie was awesome.
it was really good.
Yep.
Did you say that movie's awesome?
Yeah, he loved it.
Loved it. But he can't remember.
You might want to watch it again, bro.
No, I don't watch.
You
movies again.
remember with the explosion with the little plastic plexiglass he was holding in front of him?
Oh, yeah. That
That-
part was awesome.
That's
The whole thing was awesome.
Especially
we literally
that part.
explained the whole plot, but it's the plexiglass.
Wait, Lisette, we didn't hear. Did you have your more drunken moment besides with Mark Anthony?
Oh, believe me.
There's too many to tell.
I gotta
Oh
be
my God.
honest. When sometimes she tells me a story, I'm at a loss for words, and I'm just
Honestly, I was telling Divya that I was like, I'm surprised that nothing bad has happened to me with the amount of times I've been drunk and been in vulnerable situations.
See, and that's why I'm so grateful that I'm the lucky man who ended up with Lisette. But like, man, some of the times she tells me, I'm like, what?
Say what?
And then it's like it's funny because like Brittany and I have these overactive imaginations, right? So Lisette will tell me a story, but she doesn't know the ending of it. So in my head, I'm just like playing all different scenarios of what happened after,
Oh my gosh.
but she doesn't know.
Wow.
Is that bad? I didn't mean it as a bad thing.
No. I'm
Okay,
just-
because it happens. I mean, you were young. You're gonna have moments where you're gonna drink over consume, man. It's just gonna
Not
happen.
Mark Anthony, apparently.
Yeah,
Well-
not Mark Anthony.
My one,
I was
I
trained.
think probably my worst one was when I went to, like, it's called Night in the Country, and it was back in Reno, Nevada. And it's like a whole weekend, you're camping, you're drinking, and then I think it was Little Big Country or Little Big Town was there, and all these bands. So the first night, I am drinking. Like, people are making me do beer pong, or I think that's the one you do, like when they have a tube in your mouth and they're pouring
That's not
beer.
That's not beer pong.
That's
No.
not beer.
this. What is that?
That's
That's just
drinking beer through a funnel.
Yeah. So we're doing that,
there is a
I-
name though. There is a name. It escapes me right now.
right? And I was trying to do that, but I hated beer, so I spilled it everywhere, and all the
Chug,
dudes
chug,
were all
chug, chug,
upset.
chug.
So anyway, my friends, they give me alcohol that I like.
which was
It was like red apple cider thing. And so I get too sleepy and I go into the tent and I sleep, and then they think I'm still sleeping, but apparently a little while later I start running around and they're trying to find me. And then this one guy that I knew from school, he kept trying to grab me. So I was like, no, get away from me. And I threw myself into the grass, and he's like, come on, just go back. And I kept running and running. And then the next thing I know, I wake up and I'm top of a truck.
Oh,
like the sun is beaming down on me. I got the worst tan of my life with my shorts and my little spaghetti strap shirt I was wearing. I was on top of the hood of somebody's truck. And that's how I woke up.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You know,
Brittany.
It was a bad night. And my friends were like, we were looking for you all night. Oh, look, the long haul.
Man, that's so funny because like when you were telling the story, I was like, this story sounds familiar, but I was like, duh, she's my sister. She probably already told me this story.
I probably, yeah. Yeah, my friends would let me drink that much the next day anymore.
Ugh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't have any more experiences like that. You know, nothing like silly moments or going missing or anything like that.
It's just you do what you do.
I think the dumbest thing, like Brittany, like what Brittany said, like, how is it possible that nothing ever happened?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know how to swim, right?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Wow.
So, back in I was like between 19 to maybe 20 to 25, somewhere around there. Every summer, I would go tubing. And
But you can't swim.
but I
She's
love
literally in the middle of a body of water. Chances of drowning.
She's like, let's do this.
no, but it's the place we would go to it was even worse, but like we would go at least 3 times a year. Like at least 3 times a year we would go, like all of summer we'd go. And the river that we would go to is in New Braunfels, I believe, or Comal. One of the two. All I remember it was called Texas Tubes, and there's a chute. It like literally like shoots you out on your tube, and I was always terrified of flipping over because I would see people flip over and like, but with all the water pressure, like I'm sure it's hard to get up. So I would always hang on to someone. Like, there's no way I'm going down, but I'm gonna go down this. But now add that to like drinking, like, and it's hot and you're dehydrated and all you're drinking is cheap. I remember I had the Bud Light Ritas. Ugh, I can't drink those anymore after the no.
Oh my
But yeah.
God.
Yeah, it was
So you're
Yeah.
basically just on a lake drunk, but you can't swim.
Yeah, you're just stuck on your tube the whole time until it's over.
My God. That's like my
That's-
worst fear.
But it
Dude.
was so much fun. It was
Really?
so much fun. Yes, because you're just chilling, drinking, going down the river. It's just so
But
much
don't you have to wear like those slippers so you don't get cut on your feet?
Yeah, I would wear like sandals, like rubbery sandals that would stay on my feet. I think I lost my sandals one time. The one time I got extremely drunk, I had to be carried off my tube and up the stairs onto the bus. Yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
Lisette be wildin'.
You gotta live your 20s.
Yep.
'Cause then you'll
Honestly.
meet the love of your life in your 30s, and it's a whole different story.
I still get drunk with the love of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Remember us in New York? Oh my God.
Oh my God, Lisette and I would always,
I was 30.
we always got toasted together, huh, mi amor?
Did we?
we got into tequila for a while, and we got into some.
We drank a whole bottle of Crown
Mm-hmm.
in one night.
Just used tos?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, just us two.
But even then, I wasn't sick. Like, I don't know what it was. Maybe from the first experience.
Yeah,
So
it
you
wasn't.
thrown up since then?
Nope.
I've thrown up a lot. Nathan's always held my hair though. That's really sweet.
Oh. Mark Anthony's vomit free since 2020. It doesn't rhyme like in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
see.
man. Yeah. Holy crap. I had another idea and then I lost it. Never mind.
Oh, was it a drunk thing or what?
No, it wasn't a drunk thing. It was gonna piggyback off of something. Oh, Britt, speaking of, life-threatening decisions, I actually showed off your skydiving video the other day.
Where is that?
It's on YouTube. You still have a YouTube
YouTube.
channel.
Oh yeah, I have a YouTube channel.
Delete.
Yeah, I didn't know you could find that. Where is that?
I don't know. I'm following your page.
My channel, 102 views, baby.
Hey, is it true you were hungover?
Yes.
Told you.
I thought the best thing to do would be to go out the night before. And then I didn't get home till like 4 in the morning. And then I had to be at my friend's house like at 6 in the morning for us to get to the skydiving place on time. So I was running on no sleep and I was hungover. And there was it was so awkward. There was a guy there that had a crush on me that I didn't know. I thought we were just friends. So that got really awkward. And then, man, I got I don't know. So when I skydived, whatever. The best part for me was the free fall. I was so scared on the plane going up because it got really cold because it's like a tin can and you're going and you're going. And then the whole time I'm like praying. I'm freaking out. I'm like, this is it. My mom told me I would die doing this thing. I was like, I should never done this. And then it comes to the point where the guy just picks you up and he just throws you out the door with him. And I loved it. I was screaming so much. My mouth got all dry because all the air blowing in my mouth. It was the best like 30 seconds of my life. And then he pulls the stupid parachute. And that thing tugs on my stomach so hard. I was like, oh my God, this is my demise. This is where I throw up.
Imagine.
I'm trying to hold this throw up in, and I'm like drooling out the side of my mouth, like all this, because your mouth salivates when you're like gonna, that vibe is happening. And then this bastard, he keeps pulling on each side. He's like, let's turn this way and this way. I'm like, this is making it so much worse. So we finally land, and it was like the most ugly landing of all time. And I'm just like laying on top of him, thinking he would be fine with it. And he has to like push me off him. And I have to collect my cool afterwards. But luckily, I did not get sick. The girl after me, though, whole other story.
Ooh, what happened?
He threw up everywhere.
During the fall?
Once they landed, as soon as she got the buckles off the guy, she was like, yeah, at least she waited. Me, I was drooling on the guy. Poor, I don't know.
I would have done it in the sky probably.
All violent and shit. Oh no.
Dude, I don't know why I throw up like that. I don't know why.
I think everyone does that though. I've never heard.
Why do I sound like like you said, like a demon's exiting me? Like, why do I sound like that?
Like
No one
me,
does
I
that.
kind of sound like a movie star when I puke. But
Don't
what
mind
about you,
me.
Nathan? I never seen you throw up.
You haven't?
No.
It's probably just like a normal throat.
I can't picture you being that vulnerable.
Lisette and I know somebody that is a quiet vomiter.
Yeah.
What? How are you a quiet vomiter?
It happened.
Like a dog where they're like,
It was like a baby spit up.
Oh my God. Who is this? Are we allowed to know or no?
No. We don't want to put them on blast.
I know who it is now. I know exactly who it is.
But yeah,
Let's just say it's a sibling of a acquaintance.
I already knew who it was. Who'd you
Oh,
show
no.
that to?
I showed it
Me?
to Lisette
Oh,
and Moni and Faye. I showed them. I said my sister went skydiving. I want to go skydiving one day.
you would
But
never do it.
Lisette said I can't anymore. So
No.
dude, I would jump off that plane like I was Tom Cruise. All right.
Dude,
I think Tom Cruise would jump out of a plane.
he flies his own planes.
Okay.
And you seen it on film that he jumped out of a plane.
He
Have
does his
I-
own stunts.
Have I seen that?
Yeah,
I probably have not seen that.
Mission Impossible.
I've probably not seen it.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, Nathan.
I can't tell you what happened in each movie because they're all pretty much the same. But one of the Mission Impossibles.
Yes, that might be the one I haven't seen.
That's it. Go take him downstairs. Put Fallout on for him.
Exactly. Go to bed.
Hey,
Okay.
I keep remembering we were supposed to go to Austin one year, Brittany, for your birthday.
What?
Yep.
When did you do that?
Yeah.
when was that?
When you were finishing up dental school.
Oh, yes. We have not done anything.
I wonder how that would have been.
That would have been pretty crazy.
We want to go to Austin. Tell them why, Mark Anthony.
Oh, because bad friends.
Yes, their podcast.
They're gonna be
Maybe
doing it
live.
live. They're gonna be doing it live in Austin for. I guess there's some comedy festival going on in April.
April.
Because
Is it a weekend?
Even Olin Rogers is going that weekend.
It's like a whole week long, right? I
Oh,
think
week
it's from
long,
like
yeah.
a Tuesday to like a Wednesday.
But what day will Bad Friends be there?
I don't know. It
know.
just says just added to the lineup this week. So
That'd be cool if they were on the weekend. We should go.
if it is on the weekend, yeah, we definitely should go because God, Santino and Bobby, man, they're so good.
Too good. And Trixie and Katya will be there. Those are our queens, babe.
I don't know. who
If
they
you
are.
guys don't know, Trixie and Katya were on RuPaul's Drag Race. I did not watch that, but I did watch. There's a YouTube podcast that they do. Well, I wouldn't call it that. It's called like the Wow series, and they pick a topic and they just talk about it, and they're just hysterical. Like I love them. Y'all should watch them.
Any other recommendation?
Babe.
The movie reference.
I'm checking out a podcast right now.
Let me send you guys.
It's
a link.
interesting to me. They're doing like a deep dive behind Kendrick Lamar's "How to Pimp a Butterfly" album, and it's interesting to me because I love the behind the scenes. Like, if there's one thing that I've always wanted with like Eminem, is find out what went into the process to make the album happen. Right? We don't get a lot of that stuff. Just like movies, I love behind the scenes stuff, man. I was thinking about it today, how much in love I am of behind the scenes featurettes. You know what I mean?
We saw where they filmed part of Harry Potter.
Where?
Yeah, in Dublin, in the Trinity College, the Long Hall, the library.
Yeah.
It's featured a lot in Harry Potter.
Wow.
Our taxi driver said so.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Taxi drivers know a lot.
And before we got there, apparently they just finished wrapping up filming Enchanted 2. So the guy McDreamy was there,
McDreamy or McSteamy?
and Amy
McDreamy.
Adams.
McDreamy or McSteamy?
It's
I don't know.
McDreamy.
The one with the
It's McDreamy, guys. It's Patrick.
The one in Euphoria?
No.
McDreamy.
Ah, okay. You McDreamy.
Yeah, we saw McSteamy as
Patrick.
well.
Patrick.
Dempsey.
Swayze.
Yes.
Dempsey. Yeah.
I almost said that, Nathan.
You guys. I went to New Mexico one year, and I went to the Logan when they were filming Logan.
No way.
I went to they I don't know, they had the set built with the whole like if you remember Logan, where Professor X is standing in the water tower type of thing, and it's all rustic,
yeah.
and eventually it gets attacked and they have to break through the fence. So yeah, I heard about it, and I was happening to go at that time, and so I drove for hours trying to figure out where it was, and eventually I did find it and I was able to take pictures of it. But man, it's so crazy that was the first time I ever been to a set. But obviously from a distance, because there were security guards making sure nobody was coming up to the
So you
the
went at
fence.
the exact same time.
I went I either they just stopped filming and they were getting ready to tear it down or whatever, or they're trying to make sure that nobody was going to mess with it. I don't know what time I went, but it was still up. Like it was a full set in the middle
Dang.
of nowhere. It was so cool. So, have I showed you the pictures to that?
Brittany? Oh.
There she is.
Oh, hey, sorry. We had a Wi-Fi blitz.
Forgot to pay the bill again.
Nathan keeps forgetting to pay the bill.
Interesting.
The Wi-Fi always goes out.
Always happens.
Yeah.
When?
It's embarrassing, babe. They're going to think we don't have the budget for Wi-Fi.
They definitely think. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna be facetious about the audio, but you know what? It's funny because I was telling Lisette I was listening to the show on my headphones, but like the headphones that sit over my, like they don't go in the ears. So
Yeah.
that's when I noticed that, oh my gosh, Brittany is so much louder than me. But then when I listened to it on my phone, I was like, oh, it's not too bad. You can still hear both of us. But I'm pretty sure if you're in the car, it probably sounded way off too. So
We'll have to figure something
it
out.
happens. We're figuring it out. And honestly, we're probably going to get to the point where we're going to have to hire a sound guy to take care of the audio.
100%.
100%. And
We're willing to hire someone for $0.
$0, and they have to be in two places at once. They got to go where Brittany's at, and they got to come where I'm at.
Amen.
We can find some type of program that'll allow us to record both of you independently, and then you can adjust either one of you independently.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, because you weren't close to the mic.
We can find some way to record you independently where you can adjust either of you independently.
That'd be one hell of an engineer.
Suggestion. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of these programs.
Aren't you an electrical engineer? You can't help us?
Suggestions, please put it in the comments.
I'm pretty sure that I could take the audio and find a program and do all that stuff. And
he's just too lazy.
Do it.
oh my gosh, I'm lazy.
Well,
You won't.
I'm the talent.
I bet
I'm lazy.
Zoom makes it all one audio. So you have to do it before it becomes one audio. So like a recording program of some sort.
Wow.
I need a minute.
There's your guy right there, sitting
Got
right next to
upset
you,
now.
Brittany.
I'm pretty sure you got him upset.
You got him upset.
Mark Anthony and I are bros.
Bros before hoes.
That's right. So, guys, what do you think of Peacemaker? Oh my god, what do you think of Peacemaker?
Oh, yeah. That season finale. Honestly? Nah, you go first.
Did you figure what happened?
You go first.
Did you figure what happened?
I am I allowed to do spoilers or not?
It's been what, 2 weeks since the season finale. Ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert. Bernie's about to let all the gas out of her butt.
I honestly thought Harcourt was dead.
I thought so too.
That shocked me. I was like, whoa, they're gonna kill a main character already?
Yep.
Wait
I
till
thought-
season 3.
They killed him.
Wait, are we on season 1 or 2?
Season
They
1.
They already
Oh,
killed
season
the
2.
main character.
That guy, but I didn't like him, so that doesn't matter.
Oh, Mern.
Mern, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He was too serious.
if anybody if anybody had any emotional weight as far as like if they would have died other than Peacemaker, Hardcore was like the one. I don't know if I had the emotional connection to Abadayo and I, of course they're not going to kill off Diebeard,
And the racist dad.
Oh, God. Well, technically they did kill the racist dad.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't have felt anything for him. But Hardcore was that emotional weight because that was what was kind of humanizing. I mean, yeah, the relationship. Crap. That was part of the humanization of Peacemaker, right? Because it was Hardcore. The whole team was making him feel more human. So, but I felt like that one had packed the most punch if it were to happen. But then they chose to keep her. So,
Not bad.
yeah.
I feel like his dad, like his eyebrows are so crazy though. Other than that, love the show. Love the show, love the premise. But his eyebrows look like they were like tattooed on. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me show you.
The dad's eyebrows?
Yeah. Lisette, you know what I'm talking about?
Like
Maybe it
they were
was.
tinted?
Peacemaker dad.
It's Robert Patrick. He was the Terminator.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So it. that
What is that?
I. Anyways, yeah. So
What? You want me to
Nothing.
take it back?
no, I don't. I did. I just
Kelly's
was.
tired of me pointing out bad things on
No,
people.
no. I was just trying to not have it dead silence in the middle of the episode. So I was trying to figure out what to say next, and then I was just stumbling as you were showing pictures. So
But you can always cut.
no, Nathan. The whole point is to be authentic and let it run through. And
We
plus,
got in
I don't want to
trouble.
censor Brittany anymore.
You wouldn't be censoring anyone if you just cut blank time.
You'll never silence me.
This guy, how come after he drinks 2 bottles of wine, he has all the ideas in the world?
I know we need to get him drunk more often.
Where's the drink?
I took it away from you.
So yeah, so Peacemaker, amazing, loved it, fantastic. I'm so glad you guys got to finish it.
Thanks.
I'm glad you guys decided to actually watch it.
Well, we were really worried. We always get worried with Mark Anthony's taste. So we take a minute to step back and reevaluate things. And we're happy we watched it, just like we're happy we watched Ted Lasso. And we're happy to hear that you guys rethought about watching Euphoria.
Yeah, before we get into that, just to talk about taste, whenever Brittany gives me an opinion of or taste, I go, don't even bother. Don't even bother watching it. Nightmare Alley, guess what? I'm never gonna see it. Anything else?
I wasn't that great.
What wasn't that great?
Nightmare Alley.
That was terrible. I didn't tell him to watch that, did I?
Yes.
And you watched it?
No.
Are you even listening?
Exactly.
Is she on TikTok right now, Nathan? Is she on TikTok? You're downloading software, and this time you're always doing something else other than the show.
Okay, I knew you were gonna watch Nightmare Alley because you don't have the class or the elegance to watch them that is gonna get Oscars, honey.
This is why. Yo. This is why.
He's a Marvel fan only.
You never listened to the episodes. You revealed.
Shut up.
You revealed that you don't even listen. the thing is, the whole point of listening back is to see how you can improve and get better. Not.
Honey, there is no improvement needed.
I mean, for myself,
And
that's why I listen to the episodes myself, so I can see, okay, ooh, I messed up on the audio, or ooh, I shouldn't have said that, or ooh, maybe I should let Brittany talk a little bit more, or whatever it is, I
yeah,
listen
because you
to
talk too much, like you are right now.
I'm not. I'm just trying to say a point.
You want me to listen to the podcast? Fine, but I put it at 1.5 speed
So you don't even listen at normal.
because I hate hearing my voice back. Aren't you like that? Aren't you one of those people that can't stand your voice?
He's not.
Oh,
I have a facial complexion. Like, I can't stand watching myself on screen.
Mark Anthony listens to the podcast like 2 or maybe even 3 times before it even airs.
Okay.
damn, son.
But that's because I'm also
See?
that's because I'm trying to make sure that it's up to the standards that I want to put it out. And plus, sometimes I put music and all that stuff, so sometimes it takes time before
Only one time you put music.
Oh my God! See, this is why you don't listen to any of the episodes. There's music on at least 5 or 6 episodes.
I'm gonna have to listen to them then.
Oh
He's like your mom.
Yeah,
Listens to
well,
the
you know,
podcast.
if mom said anything about this week's podcast, it's because she listened to the clips that I put out this week. So,
This one, mango lemonade.
Mm. Oh.
Nathan, how many times do you listen to the podcast?
I've listened to all of them except for maybe like 2 because I was listening on Brittany's phone.
what about you, Lisette?
I listened to all of them except I didn't listen to one of them
Mm.
because I don't like hearing my voice.
Oh.
See, she's just like me.
Ooh.
That's nice.
You just
Y'all-
gave Brittany an out.
Y'all
But-
ridiculous.
I'm on some episodes and I still listen to them.
Hmm.
It was just that one.
Mm.
You said you like this one? Mango?
You
Yeah.
guys are wonderful contributors to the show. You guys gotta, just let's listen to it just a little bit, just to see. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't wiggle the mic around when I'm on the show, or maybe I shouldn't be on TikTok when I'm supposed to be listening to the show.
Son of a bitch. You hear this guy?
How about me though?
Maybe I shouldn't be lifting weights in the middle of the damn show.
I don't think that's
You
ever
were being
happened.
loud in one episode. Like,
Yeah,
they
where
did
you were
I
like,
wasn't in it.
You were,
I wasn't in
you
it.
were in it, but you're making ruckus in the
It
background.
helps.
Yeah.
You were
add-
like
it
the
helps-
you were
it
like the
helps-
butler from Tomb Raider.
It adds the ambiance.
What about me, Mark Anthony?
Be more you.
Wow.
You've never done anything wrong. You're just perfect.
Lies.
I love you.
Hey, where are you going?
She
So-
quit.
So yeah. So okay. So
Oh,
we're gonna get into Euphoria, bro. We decided we did take your advice and we started watching Euphoria. And
This is
To-
Brittany's specialty, but she's MIA for a couple seconds.
okay, well, I got background. I got background to fill in the void.
Okay.
So
And plus, we can always cut it.
no, we won't cut it.
Well, Brittany might want to hear this.
So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So as you may know or may not know, if you listen to the show or don't listen to the show, I actually have seen a few episodes of season 1. Okay. I made it through maybe 5 of them. I can't remember the
In
exact
order?
number. In order. I watched them live. So it was like when they were coming out weekly and it was only on HBO, right? This is
By
before
yourself? Okay.
HBO. So
I'm I was just wondering because like I couldn't watch this show by myself.
No, I didn't watch it by myself. But
Okay.
and it was just one of those shows that just like it makes your stomach turn and it makes you feel very uncomfortable and all this stuff. So I was feeling like this, even though I was also watching it and I was trying to get into the story that was going on because it is an entertaining story, but it's just like really like hardcore. And it was one of those things where just like, I don't know if I could stomach the rest of the season. So I just kind of stopped watching it. And then Brittany and Nathan went through what is it up to? It's up to season 16 right now.
We finished
Season 2.
season 2.
It's just like Grey's Anatomy. It just keeps on going and going and going. And
Speaking of Grey's Anatomy,
and what?
Oh, because McSteamy.
Oh yeah, there you go, there you go. Yeah, and so but
And his ding-a-ling.
Big
it's
dingling.
actually a prop.
It's still huge.
what did they do? Add an extension to his willy, or did they just put it inside of a sock and say, "There's his willy"?
You remember the silly putty from when we were little?
Yeah.
I feel like they just mold that around his actual penis.
So we at least get the idea. This is the shape of it.
Yeah.
I kind of doubt that's what they did.
That's have to be how they did it.
That's have to be happening.
Brittany, try it on Nathan right now. Okay.
I don't have silly putty. This is not 1990.
He doesn't have enough silly putty.
Oh,
Oh.
Wow.
put a fork in me. I'm done.
You know what grinds my gears? We'll get into that later. Lisette, please. Now we watched episode 1. That's all we watched.
But you
What?
guys should have watched more than episode 1 because
Hold
episode 1 is
on,
too
bro. Let her speak.
I don't know, Brittany, because the whole time we were watching this, I just kept turning over to Mark Anthony, and like all I could think of was like, are my future kids? Is this what kids do now?
That's exactly what they do.
Like, and I was telling Mark Anthony, I guess before, like when we were in high school growing up, I feel like social media was barely coming around. Like it was MySpace days. But now, like, kids have access to everything,
Well,
and it's all on their phone. And like, I don't know, I just kept thinking, like, what I saw it in the eyes of their parents. I'm like, oh my God, what would I do if my kid was doing this? What would I do if my kid was doing that? Oh my God. Like, I had like mini panic attacks, and I flash forwarded to my future thinking this is what my kids were going to be doing.
Well, I was reading a thing where it says if you feel like you can't digest Euphoria, you should just pretend it's a like soap opera. Because
Yeah.
no kids are like that, to be
ask
honest.
Steven, who definitely perhaps listens to the podcast.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
We
And-
know he doesn't.
Man, I lost my train of thought.
I
But
know kids are doing like hanky panky, obviously, and a little bit of weed here and there, but I don't think they're like buying drugs from like a little kid, or they're having these house parties and having sexy time in the pool.
like being
And
adults, like where does this show take place? Like it seems
it's
like
LA, honey. That's why. That makes
Mm,
sense for LA. I think LA celebrities' kids,
mm,
that's their lives.
they have access to all that.
Yeah. How would I have money for cocaine? Who's got money like that in high school? I barely had money for Subway. How am I gonna buy drugs?
Oh yeah, and I was just like, okay, I just gotta think, like you said, I gotta think of it as just a show. I feel like if I were to have watched it like when I was their age, maybe I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But now that I'm older and mature, I don't know. I mean, I will give it another chance. It was just
I'm
a
gonna tell you
lot.
this: if you feel uncomfortable now, you're gonna feel uncomfortable the entire series.
Brittany,
But you can't stop watching. It's like
But
watching a plane crash.
it wasn't like uncomfortableness. It was
Oh.
just like a shock.
For me, it's uncomfortableness.
Well, I guess a little bit of that too, but it was mostly like like it was just a lot to digest for one episode.
Also, the uncomfortableness it stems from because our minds are trained that the actors on screen who are portraying teenagers are teenagers. They're underage. So it makes it a little weird when you see them naked or you see them doing stuff that, you know.
I
Like-
know they're all 30.
Well, I know, but when you're in the show, you're like, oh my God, she's like 15 or whatever. It's like, the hell's going on here? But, even though she's really like 30, it's still like one of those weird gray areas.
Mm,
But Zendaya does amazing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
She does amazing. Her
She
like,
she'll annoy you in the show though.
really.
Well, later on, she pisses me off because she's just like, well, never mind. I just can't get into the mind of an addict person.
You know what I've been enjoying is that dude with the mustache that keeps reenacting Euphoria scenes.
Oh yeah, on TikTok.
Yeah.
He does the whole show.
He
You
does
don't
a
even
good
need to
job.
watch for you because he does every scene.
Speaking of reels and TikToks, we got a magical reel one.
Wait, Margelli, are you gonna rewatch? Are you gonna keep watching
Oh.
Euphoria?
Sorry, I think the Truly kicked in a little bit. I don't
One
really
sip.
want to, but if Lisette is gonna watch the next episode, I'll watch it with her. I don't know. I
What's
It,
stopping you?
what I will say is that on second viewing of the first episode, it wasn't as intense as it was the first time.
Desensitization.
Yes, I got desensitized, and since I kind of have, I guess, a better idea of what's going on in the show, since I watched a couple episodes and going back into watching it, it was like, okay, I maybe this time around I'll get it. Like Lisette said, when she watched it, she was shocked. So I think once she gets to the idea, she knows that these kids are dumb as a bag of bricks, then it'll probably be different as it continues.
That was like me. I watched the first episode, and I was like, I have to turn this off. I can't keep watching it. And then was it the next day or the day after? I was like, I need to watch another episode.
You're
And
an addict.
I haven't stopped watching.
See, that's the thing though, is I noticed with Lisette, it's not an urgency thing. Because we watched it 3 days ago.
But it's not so much urgency. I would, if I had time, I'd watch it. I just don't have
Okay,
time.
fair enough. I just feel like it didn't feel like Peacemaker, where it was like, oh, I gotta watch the next episode. Or like whenever we watch, even if we watch This Is Us, mi amor, we watch one episode, it's like, oh, let's watch the next episode.
But that's different. You can't compare it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, you can compare as far as like how you want to digest it and how many you want to digest. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain shows that you watch and you're just like, yeah, I'll watch the next one. With Euphoria, it's like, I need a palate cleanse. Can we watch Hey Arnold and Rugrats real quick, then put it back on?
Chumps. We binge watched like 6 episodes one night.
Ooh.
Oh, babe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you did it.
We're hardcore.
You gotta find the gumption.
What?
Gumption.
Is there a season 3?
Well,
Yeah, it just got
Nathan was
renewed.
wrong. We have there's one episode premiering this Sunday that will be the the season finale, episode 8.
I wasn't wrong. You told me that was the season.
I
finale.
thought that was the season
So
finale.
You were wrong.
You were wrong when you said it on the podcast.
Season
What did I
3
say?
got renewed for season 3.
Yeah, I got renewed for season 3
So how am I wrong?
because you said you watched the season 2 finale.
So
We don't need to have this argument on tape.
Brittany was wrong.
Nathan was wrong.
Brittany was wrong.
Remember, I'm not cutting any of this out. It's all going out. So, yeah. So we got a magical reel this week.
Yes.
Thanks to hashtag Ben Affleck.
I don't know what the secret ingredient was. This is the highest.
Do we
reel
need to talk about Ben Affleck, Lisette?
We'll get to that in a minute. I have something.
She got TMZ corner.
Anyways, our latest reel, it made it to 1,511 views.
Dang.
Now, that's an amazing achievement because I mean most of ours are like 30, 24, which is which is good for our podcast because that's what our average listen is. But at the same time, that's as awesome as that is. I don't know what hashtag I used to get that many views. That's crazy. So that's an achievement. Let's do the thing here.
Whoop, whoop.
And then I thought for
I guess.
I thought for sure that was gonna translate to new followers. That didn't happen. And then I thought, oh, that's gonna translate to more plays. That didn't happen. And then I thought, no, I'm just kidding. Anyways,
we got more exposure, so maybe people will start.
no, yeah. It's but it was weird. I was like, how did it get that high? Like, remember I sent the picture to you guys. I forget what number it was, and I was like, how?
500.
I
Yeah.
seriously think it's those 5 hashtags that
Especially the weight loss one.
Lisette did
yeah.
an analysis.
Yeah.
What do you say?
You said Lisette did an analysis. You didn't hear
Oh,
what
yeah.
you said.
Yeah, I think these were the top 5 hashtags. No particular order. Hashtag broken toilet seat.
Mhm.
Hashtag weight loss.
Mhm.
Hashtag Ireland. Hashtag the Batman. And hashtag Ben Affleck.
Boom.
Should we give people actual weight loss tips now?
I mean, we're totally qualified.
Nathan,
What?
weight loss tips.
No.
Okay. Never mind.
Never mind. Man, so anyways, so yeah, so thank you guys for listening to that or saw the reel. Hopefully maybe we got 1 or 2 new listeners. That'd be cool. We just gotta keep on building, keep on going, dog. We got this cool foundation. I gotta say, man, originally I really wanted to talk about the Batman series for this episode. I really did. I even watched Batman Begins. I was on The Dark Knight when Lisette got home. And
But did you
but-
watch Dark Knight Rises?
no, because I was watching it in order.
Yeah, but it says
Oh,
you says
well, the problem is I had a paper due today, or well, when
Oh.
this episode comes out, I had a paper due Friday, and so I had to watch 2 other movies this week, so I didn't have time to watch Batman until Friday. So I had to watch Sicario and Traffic.
Sicario's a really good movie.
Sicario was amazing. I love that movie. So I had to watch those 2 movies for a class assignment, and I was talking about I had to talk about the crime and violence and drug trafficking that was happening in both those movies, and compare and contrast the Benicio del Toro characters. I don't want to bore anybody, but that's what I had to do for my essay for that I had to turn in. So it was very time consuming. So I couldn't. I originally wanted to watch each Batman movie at like a Batman movie a day,
Yeah.
to lead up to this episode, but basically, I just brought up the Batman to tell you guys that this week we're seeing the Batman. When you
Heck yes.
guys-
Well, are we though? 'Cause
yes, we are,
didn't
mi amor. We
we
are.
hit a bump in the road here.
No, we didn't.
Don't worry, guys. I
Don't
settled
poke
the
the bear,
problem.
Lisette.
I settled the problem, and I knew I had to settle it as soon as I got off the phone with you guys. I called iPick because I knew Mark Anthony wasn't gonna sleep well that night, knowing that I had quote bought the tickets and I never got an email confirmation. I still haven't.
When do they send that?
I don't know. She said something like, "Oh, it might take a while, but don't worry. We have your information here." Like she asked for my name and the day and the time, and she was able to pull up our tickets.
We're in the system.
So don't worry. We're gonna watch it. March 4th, 1:30. We'll be there.
Yeah, so can't wait. But we are pre-recording this episode as well, so I also wanted to talk about, because I didn't know when we are gonna record. I thought we were gonna record Monday, and I was like, oh, that's great, because all the reviews will come out for the Batman. So we don't know if it's positive or negative right now.
We don't need to know.
We don't need to know. I'm still excited, even if it ends up being negative. I'm still excited. I'm gonna sit there in 3 hours of glory with popcorn. And it's my rest day, Britt. I'm gonna have some popcorn while I'm watching the Batman.
It's not
3
for the
hours.
diabetes.
3 hours of emo Batman.
Is he asleep?
I'm just
He's still dozing off.
I'm just there for the food, guys.
Yeah,
And the company.
I can't.
We
even
should
remember.
get kettle corn.
Ooh.
They have kettle corn?
Can we sneak that in?
No,
Why not?
because
I'm sure I can.
Yeah, because why?
because the movie theater. You're not supposed to sneak
Marley's
food
a
in.
square.
It's against the rules, and the movie theater has to make money somehow because
They made money from the
My
tickets.
friend is snuck in McDonald's.
no, you don't understand. Movie theaters only make money off of concessions.
Should we
I
take
don't-
Whataburger with us?
I don't think iPick needs any more money. They already charge an arm and a leg for those damn tickets.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
Just
You
saying.
get to sit
Nathan,
pretty much alone.
Nathan, go ahead and order that Little Caesars pizza.
Batman shape.
Hot and ready. Margarita
wanna
looks so
see the
disappointed
movie?
at us.
Yeah, you want to see the movie, Mark Anthony? You're gonna have to
Margarita,
go.
you committed crimes. You threw up in public.
I can neither confirm nor deny without the secretary's approval.
He did.
He did.
You're gonna cut that part out.
So it's not even illegal to bring food into a movie theater. Is it in the law books?
Yes, you're not
Is
supposed
it
to.
in the?
No
is it in the
outside
little-
food or drinks into the
It's
movie.
only in a rule book, not
Is
a
it-
law book.
They say it on the lobby door.
Is it on the little consent form where you click?
I don't know, maybe.
I didn't see it.
If you were such a rule
We
follower,
are a
you have
movie
read-
podcast. Don't be
Mhm.
breaking rules.
We're breaking all them rules. I'm gonna bring kettle corn. I'm gonna bring Subway. I'm gonna bring Whataburgers.
I'm gonna start selling food.
Yeah.
Looks like a spicy ketchup
Spicy ketchups all around. Come on now.
As always, it's been beautiful to talk to you
That's
Wow.
it. You're cutting us off.
He's hanging up on us.
guys.
He's too nervous about us bringing food. We have to do it now.
No, you will not.
We have to do it.
I will
Make him
out
scared.
you. I will out all three of you, and I will sit there in the theater watching the movie while you guys have to go somewhere else.
Movie jail.
Yeah.
Movie
Whatever.
jail. Okay. And
Sure.
I won't even be. I'll be like, wow.
So if I offer you milk duds that day that I magically pulled from my shirt, will you eat them?
That's what she said. I can neither confirm nor deny without the secretary's approval.
This guy.
Who's the secretary?
Who knows?
We
Sam.
are a show called The Movie Reference. I have to make references to movies.
What movie is that from?
Anybody know?
Yeah. Sounds like a Bill Clinton movie.
Nope. Oh my god! How do you guys not remember? I sent it to you when we
The
were
world-
playing, when
the
we were
world-
playing the game of All Will Be Revealed.
We've played that game many a time.
Yes, I know, but this particular clip. Anyways, it's from Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation.
That might have been one of the ones I didn't watch.
Anyways, isn't it lovely how we just make? Honestly, though, like last episode, what I loved the most, Lisette even said it, was that we just naturally bring up references, like,
Yeah.
and she was like, the title's so perfect. I said, I know. That's why I chose the title, because I know Brittany and I bring up. That's what we do. We reference movies all the damn time. All
Hell
the
yeah.
time.
Movies are life.
Yeah, man. I
What
think
was
Lisette went to go take care of Sam, if you know what I mean. I'm kidding.
Imagine.
Yeah. No. We love that little boy. That little puppy, I should say, not little boy.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
He's so cute.
He's
He
all
remi-
right.
He literally reminds me of Bolt.
What?
Yeah.
We just saw Mackie today. He was farting everywhere.
Aw.
I smelled him once.
And Nathan finally got to see Mackie having a nightmare
That was a nightmare
or
dream?
a dream.
Was it scary for him though?
No, Nathan was smiling because Mackie's like doing barking in his sleep.
Oh,
And then mom barked at him and then
And
and
he
then
snored really loudly.
yeah.
Oh man.
That's too cute. I can't wait to get a dog.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Anyways,
soul sister.
thank you guys so much for listening to The Movie Reference. That's the show. Follow at The Movie Reference on Instagram and give it a listen every week, every Tuesday at 9 a.m. It's technically Central, right? We're Central? No one
Yes.
knows for real.
Yes, we're central.
GMT -6.
Nathan's falling asleep. Sorry.
Nathan
It's-
said yes.
It's all good. Okay. I don't know. I butchered the ending. I butcher the ending every freaking episode.
That was an abrupt ending.
Yeah.
What do you mean it was abrupt? You guys were like power draining on me.
Because Nathan's falling asleep like a loser.
You're falling asleep like a loser.
You're falling asleep like a loser.
There you are.